What's in the Box Part 2. Here's 19 one talent cards. There's 42 talent cards. There's 45 talent cards. There's 11 Apostle cards. There's 9 collector cards. One is 3 talents, one is 4 talents, a 6 talent, a 7 talent, an 8 talent, a 9 talent, and 3 10 talent cards. There's 2 heart cards worth 12 talents each. There's 3 memorial cards. There's actually 4 memorial cards, but one of them is it's there to memorialize the woman who went and washed the Lord's feet with her hair. There's 3 interior castle cards. I'll show you how these cards are played on a different video down further. There's 3 adoration cards. There's 7 prayer cards if you want to put them in the deck. There's 1 to pray the Pope's intentions, 1 for the Nuncio's intentions, 1 for your bishop's intentions, 1 for your priest's intentions, one is for the player's intentions. You can put one of these cards in the deck, or all of them in, or some of them, as many as you want, of the 7. And there's the angel's intentions for the intentions of the angels. There's intention for the 2 hearts' intentions. There's 2 go to prison cards. One is you miss 1 turn, and one is you miss 2 turns. There's 3 choice cards. There's 3 judgment cards. There's 3 get out of purgatory cards. If you get one of these cards, you don't miss a turn in purgatory. You can see how it's played in one of the videos further down. 2 binding one of the 9 devotion cards. With these cards, you can buy a devotion card or pay the devotion value to a player with one of these cards instead of using your money. There's 1 old man card in the deck. If you have this card at the end of the game, you lose all your talents. They all go in the bank. You don't get to count them. But you can use it to buy a devotion card, or you can use it to you can use it to put $30 in the bank to it. It can only be used to buy a devotion card or to pay the devotion value. So there's ways of getting rid of it, and there's ways to put it out of the game. There's 7 go to prison cards for each player, so that if a person goes to prison, they can put if they miss in one turn, they can put it on side 1, and if they're missing 2 turns, they can put it on side 2. There's 7 personal prayer cards that goes in your players that stays with the player. So starting the game, you state what you believe, and then you do the 3 prayers, Our Father and the Hail Mary and the Glory Be, or if you can use your own family's private prayers. So there's 1 for each player. There's 7 get out of purgatory cards. One goes in the gift basket. And every time a person takes up the gift basket landing on Pentecost Sunday or drawing a prayer card, go to the New Evangelization deck, they can they'll get what's in the gift basket, so they would get the cards, the New Evangelization cards that's in there, and they'd get 1 get out of purgatory card. With this here purgatory get out of purgatory card, you need a pair of rosary devotion cards on buy or sell, and you need a pair of brown scapular cards on buy or sell. And it's based on the 5 first Saturdays that the lady went and spoke during 1917 when she visited Fatima with the 3 children, Lucy, Francisco, and Jacinta. There are 7 transition cards. Each player gets one, and you use that there to move to reconciliation. And there's other things that you can use it for, and I'll show you that in a video further down. There's 53 penance cards. One old man card that if you get it, you go into the practice confession, and then you return. The person would return to their turn. Whoever drew it would return to their turn with extra money and things like that. Here's how that card works further down. There's 14 Stations of the Cross cards. They're each worth 1 talent at the end of the game. There's 11 Examination of Conscience cards. So 11 Examination of Conscience cards. If you feel like you want to read one, you get $5 for reading it. And if you don't, you just lay it down on the board. There's 28 cards of what the priest says to the person in the confessional, and what the person is a response for the person to say back. It's based on a real confession, and it takes about 2 or 3 minutes to go through. And there's some other things too that's in there. I'll show you that later. So there's 28 of them. And that's what's in the box, part 2.